Alright guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another episode of Hatch's Recreational Engineering. And on this episode, we're gonna take a look at the 70 that we traded for a hood. So a subscriber commented on the last video and said that we should name this thing the Hood Rat, and I just think it's perfect. You know, it's ratty. We traded it for a hood, the Hood Rat Nova. So since we've dragged this thing home, we've been so busy. The day after we got it home, we got a snowstorm, so this thing was up on the trailer for a little over a week, just snowed in, and I swear we have not looked at this thing. Even loading it on the trailer, we barely gave it a quick glance over, and that was it. So I thought in this video we would give this thing an inspection, see what we're working with, and get it out of my yard. So let's go see what we got. Alright, so since we brought this thing home, this has been one of Daniel's favorites for some reason.
The Gremlin's my favorite.
Oh, the Gremlin's your favorite? But Nova-wise, you like this thing?
My third favorite.
Third favorite? What's number two?
The race car.
Which one? Oh, the 69. Gotcha. Alright, so this is the 70. We traded this thing, like I said, for a hood.
Hi, guys.
Hello, Madison. And trust me, this thing, although it might have looked good when we threw it on the trailer there, you know, it's rough. Alright, so the lower cowl here is pretty rusty. I can see that right away.
Yeah.
This is, oh, that's way worse than I thought it was. Okay.
Daddy, I don't think you are supposed to do that.
Obviously, you can see that somebody's loaded these quarter panels with Bondo and tried to do like a really hacked flare job type deal. So the worst thing about the car is probably the roof. At some point this thing had a sunroof. You can see the outline of it. And, you know, they welded a patch in it and tried to Bondo it. And then this car sat outside, you know, for a few years, and it's all cracking and coming through. But it does have really, really good glass in it, so keep Mike away from it. And it was last on the road in 2020, according to this. There's a 2017 window sticker and a New York registration sticker for 2020, so it really hasn't been off the road all that long. Bondo loaded up in the quarter panels. That quarter panel separating and becoming a mud flap. Rocker panels got some rust in it. And the inside is loaded with junk. Lots and lots of junk. But from what I could see, it's not a lot, but from what I can see, the floors look kind of decent. Heater box in here, that looks pretty good. Brake master cylinder over there. There's stuff. Somebody put some speakers in the doors. Better look at that roof patch. That looks like junk. In the trunk, we got some headers. Those are the leaf spring perches, because if you remember, the rear end is not actually mounted to the vehicle. Looks like we got some rust starting in the trunk floor over here. It's thinking about it over here. Daylight through the quarter panel. Trunk floor looks like in here looks alright-ish. The deck lid we threw on it, it was underneath the car. And that's all sorts of cooked out. But, you know, looks okay from the outside. Tail lights with pedazzle job. That's neat. Ooh. Tail panels had some patches put in it. But like the actual tail panel looks okay. Okay, so I can see, might be hard for you to see, but up here the original quarter panel's gacked on there, so they just folded the new one over top of where they cut out the old one, which is typical. On this side, it looks like the same thing. That's the original end of the original quarter panel and the new quarter panel. So it's had quarter work done, and then they sculpted it, which is interesting. This rocker panel looks better. These doors are not horrible, and the glass looks great. So that's a win.
The glass is the best part.
The dash looks pretty good. Not all dented or cut up or anything, but everything is stripped out of it. Oh, there's 2 rad supports in here. A bumper. Something in a bag.
Daddy.
Control arms. We might have to empty this thing out. What do you think?
Yeah.
We should probably empty it out. See what kind of treasures we can find.
Yeah.
Where were you, Maggie?
Oh, sorry, Mag.
Alright, so like my main goal here is let's get this thing emptied, see what kind of junk we got. We got lots of junk.
We could tell. We
got lots of junk.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the steering column. So we can put that back in it so we could steer it.
There's a bolt in here.
Those are backing plates with disc brakes. Put it in there. Oh yeah.
Taking stuff. She's drunk.
Maggie, that's my spring perch. You find any treasures, Maggie?
Maggie, did you? No.
Did you? Did you, Maggie? Alright, so I've got the interior of this thing cleaned out pretty darn good. But I think the next step is going to be, to get it down here to the driveway. The rear end, if you remember, is still held in with ratchet straps. That subframe bushing isn't doing nothing. So, oh yeah. That's scary. So, yeah, I would like to move it. So maybe we can make it less dangerous-ish. So let's try and do that. Hey! I don't know what I want to do with this thing. This is a disaster. I might want to get the cart under it. I don't know. This thing is a mess. Oh. Yikes. The subframe's not doing anything. Oh. So I don't know if you just caught what happened there, but when I put the jack down, the subframe separated from the car. Just a reminder, if you see us traveling with anything on a trailer on the highway, don't get behind us. Alright, so many hours, curse words, swearing, and throwing stuff later, the car is finally on the cart. So now's a good time to, now that I've gotten familiar with the car here, to get you familiar with the car. Because this thing, it's a pile. What I did notice is the back of the rocker panel here. Lots of daylight. The rear frame rails look okay. I mean, they're there. But the trunk floor is separating all in here. This is all hashed and junk. The bottom of the doors have some rust in them here. The rocker panels are loaded with Bondo. The pinch weld over here is starting to go. On the other side, it's just non-existent. A clutch must have exploded in the transmission tunnel, because this is all sorts of just blown up. Somebody's gutted this transmission tunnel like 6 different times for different shifters or transmissions or whatever. There's supposed to be, in here, there's supposed to be a pinch weld, and it's just not there. It's gone. It just disintegrated. It's all over my driveway, what used to be there, but it's not there anymore. Super scalped inner wheelhouses, that's nice. Looking into the inside of the car here. Okay, so on the inside, we've got some rust starting in the floor here and here. That looks okay. Sometimes they start to come apart in here. It is a little bit, but nothing crazy. Here's where you can see where the new quarter panel was welded over top of the old quarter panel. There's more hacked transmission tunnel. Somebody riveted in an aluminum floor patch. The toe panel's all starting to rot away over there. Bottom of the door over here. That inner wheelhouse structure there, where like the window regulator panel connects to the inner wheelhouse, is starting to rot away. She is something. Somebody shaved the front part of the drip rails, but left the rest of it. That's different. The glass is super, super nice in this one, just to be clear. I think that's the major stuff that I noticed. Weld repair in the tail panel area there. I mean, there's like good stuff and there's really, really horrible stuff. This thing, it needs help. But it's still a 70 Nova with a title, so we are gonna help. I got it on the cart. Can you help me move it though?
Where do you want this?
Probably right here. Seems okay.
Okay.
What do you think of this car?
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's just another piece of junk. Let's go.
What?
Let's go, Dan.
It's not a piece of junk.
Stop. Please stop.
It's alright. YouTube loves mad, Rebecca.
No. YouTube is gonna see mad at us. All right, let's go.
How's it going? Wow, doesn't that look nice? Kinda sort of a car again. Ish. I mean, besides the fact that we totally dismantled it. Like I was saying, still a 70 Nova. One of the main highlights though is this subframe is actually really nice. Somebody welded subframe connectors onto it, so we're gonna have to get them cut off of it. But they're not on there all that great, so they'll come off. Frame mount here, perfect. Frame mount stuff at the front, perfect. that's the only blown out one. In the back over here, perfectly round, not rusty. That one said, see you later. But, I mean, this is a pretty nice piece. Control arms, uppers and lowers. Alright guys, so to be totally honest, the 70 project here, it's definitely probably going to sit like this for a little while. As you know, we're going like head over heels on the 69. We have tons and tons of work to do on that thing. Tons of money spent on that thing. So this thing's going to be hanging out for a few minutes. But drop down in the comments and let me know, what you think about it. The car is rough. So I don't know. I mean, we're 110% doing something with it. I'm not positive yet. But drop something down in the comments. Let me know what you would do with this thing or what you want to see done to this thing. And that's going to do it for this episode, guys. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you next time.